Hi, everyone. We are LaChiMoLaLa.
LaChiMoLaLa.
And we are back this time with something extra special. The thing we've been waiting for ever since we found out about it like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Kihyun from Monsta X has released his first solo EP. Woo!
Yay! Oh man. Oh, I thought this day would never come.
Right? We've been building up to it and building up to it, and it is here, girl. It is here.
It is so here. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you. Woo. I feel like I'm already sweating.
Of course. Please. You saw his picture and you started sweating.
Oh, it's so true. You speak the truth. Yeah, so we're so excited about this. I mean, I became mute again.
What do you mean?
Yeah, super excited.
We're so excited. We decided to do a listening party. Now, disclosure, we have actually listened to it before.
Yeah,
because we couldn't wait. But then we were like, we should just listen again and talk about it. So we're just going to go through every track and like pause and make some comments and, you know, mostly gush, probably 80% gushing, 20% actual commentary. Sound about right?
Yes.
Look at her. She's so cute.
Oh.
All right, should we just dive in with the title track, Voyager?
Yes. Yes.
So excited. All right, here we go. Ready, go. This is the one you said was going to be your favorite.
Yeah.
Just based on the sampler.
Mm-hmm.
I love the bass guitar in this. It has such a like funk to it.
Mm-hmm. I love it when he said oops.
And I love the chorus, how it's like a steamroller building up.
Yeah.
More cowbell.
I know, right? Oh, that's my favorite line.
Right? It's so cute. I'm pretty sure he sang all the backup vocals too, right?
He did. Mm-hmm. The hook is so good.
It is, right?
Yeah.
And the propulsion from the drums is like, infectious. Ugh. So sexy.
It is. Yes, take me away.
I love this like little breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
Sexy.
gosh, it's okay. This track is so him, like
Mhm.
ridiculously him, and um,
Knowing what we do about his playlist, right?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I love this track so much. It's I love pop and I love rock, and together it's pop rock, you know. And that's what this track truly is to me, you know. It's not quite like rock like the Scorpions or like you know, Kiss or classic, you know,
Yeah.
but I mean it has that pop vibe, you know, that goes with that rock, and I just love it. It's so good.
Yeah. I love hearing him with like a full band. You know, I think I mentioned before, like I really like the drums and like that propulsion. It kind of like carries you down all the way through the song. Yeah, and I feel like it's the backup band that really makes it sound rocky, right?
Hmm.
And his vocals, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, having everything like the guitars and the bass and the drums and the piano, like you can just see him performing this at a club. This is, you know, this is a intimate club, whiskey a go go,
Yeah,
troubadour.
whiskey a go go.
You know what I mean? So it's like you said, the hook's very infectious. Um, it sounds so effortless, and yet you know it's not. It's so good. Ugh.
Yeah. It's funny that you mentioned that, like, oh, you know, he did his own backup vocals. And yes. So he said it was very, so of course he's doing a lot of interviews right now.
And
So
you're
I'm trying
tuning into all of them, correct?
I'm trying to, or at least
Within
read,
reason,
yeah,
within
within
time zone.
reason. And reading articles. He's doing like a lot of Teen Vogue. He's in Teen Vogue, he's in Rolling Stones, he's in Consequence. He talks about the songs all in there. So if you guys are wondering where I'm reading this from, it's there. So but he said like yeah, this time around it was easy for him to record these tracks. He said it was like it took him it was like really fast because like when you're in a band, of course it's a little bit longer and you know, you have to kind of cater, you know, also like, you know, among the other members too, you know.
Yeah.
But this one like
There's some
he's
back and forth because it's not just you.
exactly. And for him, he said it was easier to record because, you know, it's just him.
Mhm.
And so all the ad-libbing background vocals, like, yeah, he said it, yeah. Did I say it took him like an hour to
That's
record?
crazy.
Yeah. And then after that, he said that's when after that, then, you know, he started doing the ad-libbing and stuff like that too. So very interesting stuff, you know.
I honestly personally love it when someone does their own backing vocals. I know it's not something you can see live. So I know a lot of people who are like, you know, they don't want anything on the album that they can't hear in real life.
Yeah.
But for me, you know, the ultimate blend is you singing with yourself,
Oh
you know.
yeah.
So I feel like it's the most, he probably, I'm guessing there's at least, you know, 3 layers, probably a whole chord in there, but it sounds like one voice because it's
Hmm.
all Kihyun. Like I knew
Yeah.
right away. I was like, guys, I have not checked these interviews out, but I knew right away when I heard it. I was like, oh, he did his own background vocals, right? Like you can just hear it. It's this gorgeous like vocal meld. And then he's singing all the great stuff over the top. Like it just makes it very cohesive. Personally, I just think it's like it's good for your ears. It sounds right.
Yeah, and I remember that you like that too because he's like an example would be V from BTS. Like you said that you would love it when you love it when he sings, you know, sings like he sings on wait, what was it? Sings not on his own. Of course he sings on his own.
When he sings like the backup harmony and
Yeah.
stuff, and like, yeah.
That's what I meant.
That's what you meant. Like stigma or singularity, where it's like, whoa, all of a sudden there's 6 voices on one note, and it's all you.
Yeah.
Like, it just, I just feel like it's much harder to do it with different voices, but it seems like much more fun to do it yourself. And I feel like from Kihyun's personality, he knows what he wants. He knows what
Yeah.
he likes.
Yeah.
Um, and so I can understand why he would be able to do this so quick. Once he had the songs on paper, once he'd committed them to memory, I mean, He's a professional. He knows what he wants. Bam, bam, bam. And he didn't, like you said, he didn't have to discuss it with anyone else. I wouldn't be surprised if he like co-produced and stuff. So the more like creative control you have, I feel like as a solo artist, it's a little bit easier. But then if you have block, if the muse has left, then you're screwed.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the part where it comes in, like you said, like it's hard to be a solo artist, because at
Everything
least,
on your back.
yeah, exactly. So,
but it's also awesome because it's freeing.
yeah. And it's funny that you mentioned that because in the stuff that I read, he said that it felt very free,
Mm-hmm.
He had a lot of like down like his hair, clothing, music, lyrics. He had all control over that. So
Which is
yeah.
so awesome. And again, probably, he's getting such a different experience than somebody who's unknown.
Yeah.
People trust him. People know he's already a great artist. So they're willing to be like, here's your budget. Don't blow it all in one place.
Yeah.
And, we'll see if we like it. And they know they probably will.
Yeah.
So also he has all this experience in the biz already. So he knows what works. He knows what looks good, what sounds good. I mean, he doesn't need anyone else to tell him. He's been doing this for how long?
Yeah.
7 years or something already. So,
yeah, 8 years.
Yeah. So I think it's really cool and empowering at this point in his career to be like, I'm in charge.
Yeah. And yeah, so all the clothes that you see that he's wearing, he picked it out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he picked out, yeah, down to his hairstyle too. So
down to his shirtless blazers.
Yeah, everything. He had all creative
Let his mom
control.
pick that.
I know, right? Yeah, it's funny. He said for the photo shoot, like he wound up picking clothes that he liked, but it was really thin. But it was also cold that day too when they were doing photo shoots. So yeah, he's like, yeah, because some of the concepts had a lot of water in it, of course.
Yes.
Yeah. And so he said, oh man, it was really cold and I picked out really thin clothing. So just a fun caveat, so but yeah, going back to Voyager though, like a lot of people asked, why did you wait so long, to release your own solo music? And for him, he said, well, it's honestly scheduling, because Monsta X is so busy, like last year alone, what we talked about this off camera, but we said, okay, so last year alone, was it last year or 2020? I can't remember.
2021.
Yeah, 2021. Okay, yeah. So they released what? Japanese album,
Flavors of Love, English album, The Dreaming.
Yeah, The Dreaming.
2 minis, No Limit, and One of a Kind.
One of a Kind, yeah. And
that's
a movie.
within 12 months. And a movie. I mean, madness. They're even for K-pop stars, their schedule is bonkers.
Yeah. So that is a lot of music.
And they do variety shows and all kinds of other stuff. So yeah, he probably didn't
have time. Yeah. And they yeah, and speaking of variety shows, like and then they're they work with the universe, and they release a lot of like variety show content, like radio content on there too. Yeah. So I mean, they host like radio shows too, Midnight Idol and Idol Radio.
Yeah, they're doing those. So I mean, they are so busy. I don't even know when they sleep, let alone have time to do solo projects.
Yeah. So for him, he said there was a window, like a window, a very tiny break, which is crazy because I feel like his definition of a break is not my same definition of a break.
Right. He's like, I had 1 week and luckily I recorded in an hour.
Yeah. And so he saw the song and then he connected with it, and so he's like, I think this is the song, like that I want to release a solo track. This is it. So
and keep in mind that schedule we just listed for Monsta X was during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Like usually they do more.
Yeah.
And they'd be on tour.
Yeah. Yeah. And they were supposed to go on tour right after The Dreaming until it got postponed because of Omicron.
So I wonder if that was part of the window. Do
Yeah.
we have to say thank you to Omicron? Yeah.
Well, actually, no, because like Shonu actually came to his music video shoot too, and so he didn't leave
Oh,
for enlistment July
wow. So
2021
this has been like
in the
pretty much in
making.
the can for a while.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's interesting. It's interesting that it took so long because you know what the thing is, he had to get a moment in his schedule to do it, but then they had to find a moment in Monsta X's schedule to release it.
yeah, exactly. And so he did say that like all of the members are super supportive.
I bet they love each
And
other so much.
they do. They all came to his music video shoot, including Shonu when he before he enlisted. And so I don't know exactly like I don't know. I'm assuming June. I don't know. What's a cold
Yeah,
month? I don't know. But
I don't know. It's probably cold there right now, right?
yeah,
Maybe
probably.
March.
Yeah, I mean maybe.
I wouldn't be surprised if this was done a year ago and
Yeah.
then they've been finessing it and like getting stuff together, marketing stuff, and
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. So
It takes a long time even to release 3 songs, guys.
right?
There's a
Yeah.
lot of behind the scenes stuff. It's not just about the creation. Then there's like a whole there's a year's worth of work to get there, and then there's a year's worth of work after.
It's so true. It is so true. But yeah, so this music video, yeah, all the guys came and like gave their input, like what he, you know, at the music video shoot, which is like
That's so
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, so he said that he's super grateful for the members, like they all came and he really appreciated that. So, yeah.
I love
So,
it. Ugh, they're
I,
such good friends. It's I mean, more than friends, they're family. But
yeah.
still, like that's really awesome to because in America, I feel like those are the people who would be going, I mean, if you have to do this. But there it feels like, it's much more like, yay, you're getting an opportunity to do this.
Yeah, it's very organic, I feel like.
Yeah, it's very different. I feel like here, every time someone goes solo, you're like, oh, the group's about to break up.
Which is true, you
Yeah.
know? I
But over
mean,
there, there's much more. There's like it's an ebb and flow. You
yeah.
can do both.
Yeah, you could definitely do both. But yeah, in America, it's true. Like once someone wants to go solo, it means the band is breaking up.
And they're like, oh, I'm just releasing one single. And if that single blows up, they're like, bye, I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no such thing as multitasking in America when it comes to like boy bands, like I mean, uh,
Not just boy bands, any bands.
yeah. Yeah,
So,
it's true.
so yeah, it's really cool that he has the support of them and that they're encouraging. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, even the day of the release, like all of the guys like pretty much tagged like Minhyuk like made a main post on his feed about
On
him
Insta?
and Instagram, and then all the other guys started like tagging him on the Insta stories and saying to watch the music video. It's so cute, like all of them. So yeah.
Mm.
I know. I know.
All right. Well, the second track is the one that he co-wrote the lyrics for, right?
Yes, yes. And so for this track, he said that he looked up the definition of comma and what it meant. And basically he said that like his lifestyle as a celebrity is like, of course, we all know that is super busy. And he hopes that this is like something that everyone can relate to too, because sometimes you need to pause in life, like comma means to, take that breath or take that break, and basically that's what it means, so yeah, so he channeled like that whole he looked up the definition and channeled comma in there. So yeah, so basically yeah, that's what it is.
Okay, I love it. See, I'm so glad you read all those because you can like insert all the Kihyunisms right in here. I love it.
I try.
All right, let's listen to track 2, comma.
Yes. Yee.
I love this opening guitar. I like when it echoes. I love that like kind of industrialist sound.
Yeah. I love how it starts off really slow too, and then it
Mm-hmm.
speeds up.
Has a great build.
Mm-hmm.
I love that staccato bit. So good.
Mm-hmm. Ugh, I love this part.
Okay. I like how he kind of like floats up to the high notes. It's not
Mm-hmm.
about like a bunch of power. It's just like light. Ugh, so pretty.
Ugh.
Ah,
Ugh.
so good.
Yeah, I really love the instrumental for this too, because
Mm-hmm.
they also use this instrumental for, if people remember, his concept film.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, when he was in like in the water and we all freaked out and stuff like that. So
She's like, you remember.
you
You
remember, right?
remember.
Right, right.
Yeah, I really like personally one of my favorite ways to hear a guitar is that the only way I can describe it is it sounds cold and there's like a little bit of reverb, but it sounds like it's in like an empty, sterile room. I really love the sound of a guitar like that. It's like impersonal, but I don't know. I just love it. I think it's so beautiful. And that's like the beginning guitar. I also love that even though this song is, like you said, a comma is to literally take a breath.
Hmm.
When you're reading aloud, if you see a comma, fun fact, stop, take a breath. Then you won't sound like a crazy person or with a run-on sentence.
Yeah.
Tips for all my friends out there who don't read aloud very much, and there's a lot of you. I hear you at work every day.
Take that break.
Shade. But yeah, I feel like for a song that's literally about pausing and taking a breath, it's interesting because when the chorus is playing and there's that background, and we've like built up to this background in my head when I picture the video, we're running. We're running.
Mm-hmm.
It has this very like rhythmic propulsion. Again, it feels like you're running, but not in a bad way. Not like you're running away from something, but like you're running towards something.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still interesting because the song's about taking a breath.
Yeah.
And to me, it builds up until it's like almost frenetic.
Yeah, the song is like very, like, you guys should look up the lyrics. It's actually very beautifully written, you know. I love it a lot, and of course I love it a lot. I mean, why do I have to say it out loud, you know? But you guys
Just,
already knew that.
saying things, true things.
his voice right here, uh, I I like, okay, well, I guess I'll wait until all the songs are finished. But this sounds like his voice is very, it sounds like honey, you know? Well, I mean, if you have to visualize, it's like honey, you know,
Yeah.
like it's very, I don't know, like it's so sweet sounding, you know,
Hmm.
because of also like the instrumental, you know, it's
Yeah.
not like in your face kind of thing. And to your point, when we talked about the album preview over the weekend, yeah, this song is totally like, you know, if you own a convertible, you
Right.
know, top down, you know, like
Right.
you're
You're driving
cruising.
on the beach.
Yeah,
Like, I can picture it.
yeah,
I can
I could,
totally picture it. And I agree with you. I feel like his voice is so nice and light in this, which I said during the song, but it's worth repeating the way he just like lightly, he's like a butterfly or a hummingbird. He like hits all the notes, but he doesn't, it's not forceful. It's not like that guitar wail or that vocal growl you need. It's so soft and gentle, and yet it's not a ballad.
yeah,
Nothing like a ballad,
no, it's not
but
like a
it's a
ballad at
different
all.
way of singing this kind of like upbeat song that most people don't do.
Yeah, exactly, you know, so it has that uniqueness to it, you know, which I love, you know, and I crave.
This was the one I said on the album preview. I'm like, ooh, I was like, I'm pretty sure this is going to be my faves. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm going to love them all. Kihyun. It's Kihyun. But yeah, I just really like how this one's just different enough. And I think we had talked about this earlier, but like this is 100%. I cannot hear Monster X singing this song,
Yeah.
but I can hear this and it
Yeah.
makes total sense.
Yeah.
So I love that we're getting to see a different side of him.
Yeah. Yeah. And okay, so going back to like the interviews.
Yes, fill us in, girl.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, so that's one of the things that he talked that he also discussed too. Like with Monsta X, you know, like you kind of have to, of course, again, cater to like the other members and the style and stuff like that. But for him, he was saying that like, okay, now, you know, this is like my journey and like I could show you like my musical tastes, you know, like to you all and it clearly shows, you know, like Kama is like a like if you know, I if you stuck me in a room and I had no idea who the artist was, well, I would have known it was him. But I mean,
Be real.
yeah. But okay, if this was a demo, you
Mhm.
know, of someone else's voice, but with, you know, this, like, yeah, I wouldn't think it'd be like a Monsta X song. It'd
No,
be,
I
yeah,
would never pick that. I would never be listening to this at their agency and be like, oh, maybe they'd like this. No.
yeah,
And it's not because it's a bad song or anything. It's just not their vibe.
yeah, exactly.
So yeah, and I also think, oh, everyone in Monsta X is such a good artist. They all listen to a bunch of different kinds of things all the time. And when you're that deep into music, also your preferences change.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sometimes I listen to rap for 6 months and then I don't listen to it for 6 months. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like, it depends on your emotional journey, what's going on. And so yeah, it's interesting because this is a little snapshot in time. He's like, right now I like this,
yeah,
but 2 years from now it could be a completely different thing.
yeah,
And I personally love that. I honestly don't like it when people are like, this album doesn't sound like the last one. It's like, it shouldn't.
yeah,
We've all grown and changed, right?
yeah,
Right.
yeah. I mean, some people, okay, so not that I'm throwing any shade, but AC/DC, you know, like their music, I mean, they have some really good songs, but
Mhm.
then a lot of their songs also sound the same, you know, but just with different lyrics. A lot of people like that, like you mentioned,
Mhm.
but I mean, there's other people like us who like versatility, you know? Like with them, like they do music that that they know, of course, and it suits them, you know, and they want to stick with it. I mean, why fix something that's broken, you know?
Yeah.
And that's an artistic choice, you
Yeah.
know? So, um, you either love it or hate it, or maybe you're in the middle, who knows? But like, yeah, that's just a choice, right? But for Monsta X, I feel like for them, like they're completely different, and I mean, like we listen to a lot of the back catalog,
Mhm.
and each album is like completely different, like Shootout versus Gambler, versus Love Killa versus Rush Hour,
Yeah.
their title tracks. They're all completely different,
Mhm.
and yeah,
That's what
so
we like about them, that versatility,
yeah, exactly.
that inquisitive nature. And to your point, some people aren't curious about other stuff. They know what they like, and that's cool.
Yeah.
But other people are always trying to learn more, and I feel like these guys are, and that's why their stuff is always evolving,
Yeah.
which I personally love. I also understand sometimes when people are like, I just want it to sound like my favorite song,
Yeah.
and it doesn't. And you're like, okay, sometimes there's growing pains. Sometimes you're not going to like everything because it's not what you expect,
Yeah.
but sometimes it ends up being better because you didn't expect it.
Exactly.
So you just have to be open to it. Also, for the record, no Monsta X has ever been bad.
Exactly.
I'm just
Exactly.
saying in general.
So
Um,
so for Kama though, like to your point, like I mean, I know Kihyun is like his vocal range is like wow, but I didn't expect Kama, like the sound of Kama to be like him, you know?
yeah, yeah.
And of course, unexpected, and I love it.
And I love it. It was great.
Yeah, it's
And I'm
great.
I'm happy that I didn't know that this was him,
Yeah.
honestly, because I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's kind of the best thing. I feel like each one of these tracks kind of gives you like a new surprise, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
Kian.
Yeah. Yeah, and for him, like, I was gonna wait until after track three was done, but I'm gonna say anyways because I'm gonna forget. But for him, he wanted to show like different sides,
Yeah, that
you
makes
know.
sense. He only has 3 tracks to show us
Mhm.
everything that he's thinking about right now.
Yeah, and I was also gonna save this till the end, but I know I'm gonna forget, so but I'm gonna say it right now because this is important. And then they asked the two, you can find this in the Teen Vogue interview. They asked like why only like 3 tracks, and he's like, that's all that I had time for. It's he's
Wow.
like, he didn't really, um,
Well, because I am when he put out his EP, it had 5 tracks. Jew Honeys has what, like 10?
yeah, he said like three was like enough,
Mhm.
so yeah.
And honestly, it's if you think about it, he's really just putting no pun intended, his toes in the water. And this is a good base to grow from. This, I mean, honestly, he probably wasn't 100% sure anyone would care,
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
because it's not Monsta X, it's Kihyun. It's different. And of course, you're always going to be cautious in the beginning. If you have 3 amazing songs, or you have 5 songs and 3 are amazing and 2 are okay, like just put out the 3 amazing songs.
Yeah.
Nobody's forcing you to put out 5 if you're not comfortable with all of them.
Yeah. And even in his his Instagram reel that they posted, he's like, I'm nervous because like the it's just me and I me and no band members, it's just me.
Right.
So please love my songs,
Right.
so
When you're used to having that support system, it must be really scary to just be like, oh, just me out here. Hey,
yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like
It takes a lot of courage.
yeah, exactly. And it, like to your point, it's like a little dab in the water, to
Yeah.
see like if these 3 tracks work or not.
Mm-hmm. Like,
So
does this even have traction? Do you guys care if I do this? If you do, cool. I'll put out some more. Put
I
out
know,
some
I
more.
know. And the last time I checked, his music video got close to almost like 4.6 million view,
Whoa, in like
4.6
24
million.
hours?
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's amazing. That would be amazing for any established artist. So kudos to him.
and over 100,000 units for his single album,
Ooh.
which is a lot.
Yeah, for a 3 track, yes, it
Yes.
is a lot.
I would like to say I contributed. So
Yes, you did. If they are giving prizes for someone who bought the most variety, I mean, you should get one. Should we write an open letter? There should be a bonus for you.
I mean, I'm definitely not the only one that bought multiple stuff.
I know you're not, but still. There should be like a special raffle for you guys.
Yeah, I contributed to that 100,000, and so did you.
So did I. That's right. And we really had nothing to go on when we ordered. There wasn't even a reel for like a preview. We were just like, oh, Kihyun's putting something out. Let's order it.
Yeah, exactly.
And for every one of us that can get one other person to listen to one of these tracks, then it's a win.
Exactly.
So spread the word, guys. Preach.
I know. Stream his music. You don't have to buy his physical product if you don't have the funds. No. Just stream.
Just stream. Kiki babies. Kiki babies. I don't know. Yes. What are we calling ourselves?
Key babies.
Key babies?
Yeah.
I like Kiki. Babies.
You should start a trend.
Because Kiki be.
Yeah. I mean,
obviously, it's not like you guys don't understand what I'm saying when I say Kiki baby, but just in case, I'm just saying it's cute on a lot of levels. Again,
very cute.
What is Starship's general suggestion email?
I know.
Can we just start emailing them all the time? I've got an idea.
Yes.
You might not like it, but you will.
100%. Yeah, we should.
All right. Should we listen to the last track, Rain?
Yeah. Yes.
Which, even before I heard the sampler for this, I just want to say the word rain usually is not joyful for most people. So I was like, oh no, he's going to pierce me in the heart with his drama, sad track.
Yeah.
So get ready. Get your tissues, keep your heart okay, because we're gonna listen to Kihyun Rain.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Let's do it. So dramatic.
Yeah, the reverb on this guitar is great. Ugh. So sexy.
Oh, so good. So good.
Ugh.
He's like rapping right here.
Right? I mean, that almost sounds like another person said in there.
I was like, is that you? No.
Right? To me, this part sounds like honey. Like it's dripping down.
Oh.
Ugh, I don't like the ad-libs in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, so good. Ooh, so good.
Oh, amazing. Oh my goodness.
Now, just compared to Kama, you can hear in Kama, his voice is so light, and that's a fast song. And this is a ballad, and it is all about that like full-throated, like powerful wail, which most people usually would flip those.
Yeah.
So it's really smart and really engaging, and Kihyun's the best at giving you an emotional vocal read. Ugh, so good.
Yeah. Oh, this is such like it's not a sad track.
I haven't read the lyrics. Give us some
It,
insight.
I mean, well, no, it's not the sound is not sad. You know, like it's more because of his vocals, it's very, very, very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's just a powerful song.
It really is.
You know, it's just
And like I said, I haven't read the lyrics. I don't know what it's about, but like you can tell that he is in a situation,
oh yeah.
and he is going through all the thoughts and all the things and trying to figure it out. And you can just feel all that from the way he delivers.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yeah.
really love the background vocals in this, all the ad libs everywhere. I like how they don't even pretend. Yes, this is 20 Kihyuns. Get ready. They're not trying to make it sound like, backup. They're like, no, this is all him. And that to me, it almost feels like all the different voices in his head, like kind of pulling him in different directions. It's really cool.
Yeah, yeah, this is definitely a very, very cool track. And again, we talked about this in the album preview too, but this gave us like Mercy vibes, you know?
Yes.
And
Because
it's
he
just
can wail, and as we know, he loves artists like Imagine Dragons who also wail.
mhm.
So this is a really good track for him to really. To me, this does sound like a Kihyun track, like a
Yeah,
lot. Like
yeah.
I would listen to this if it was a demo tape and be like, oh, Kihyun would sound good on this.
hmm Exactly. Exactly. So, so I have a question for you. So, out of all three tracks, like now that you heard all three in its entirety, which one is your favorite?
Ugh, it's so hard because they all have such very, very different vibes.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel like it would change day to day depending on what side of the bed I wake up on.
fair enough.
Which
Fair
is
enough.
awesome if you think about it. That means there's a Kihyun song for every mood.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's a great answer because really, I would definitely agree with you, because again, like even though Voyager is like more of like a happy, upbeat song, like
Mhm.
not every day is like teddy bear and rainbows,
Exactly.
some
Yes.
days, life pulls you in a different direction and sometimes you want to hear rain,
Yeah.
sometimes like you just you want to be carefree and you know you
And you want
just
karma.
you just want to ride your motorcycle somewhere and just
Yeah.
like around the canyon or something. You got comma,
Yeah.
so yeah, so
That's kind of the biggest compliment I feel like you can give something like this is being like, I mean, I like all the songs for different moods.
yeah.
They all work. And I really want to read the lyrics. I need to read, actually, I don't want to. I need to read the lyrics to get a little extra insight. But I feel like you can tell on the tracks like what's the most important bit of the song, what's the heaviest bit, what's the most lighthearted. I mean, you don't need to know the lyrics for it to make sense and really connect to you.
hmm
And Kihyun does that so brilliantly. He's so good at like really piercing your soul with his voice.
it's true.
But yeah, I do feel like there's something about Rain that I really, really love.
Yeah.
But I really love Kama. I feel like Kama's probably the one I would listen to the most. And then Rain would be the one I take out occasionally. And I'm like, you get me. What about you?
I'm gonna stick to my original answer, Voyager.
We both did.
Yeah. It's true. I mean, I love all three tracks,
Yeah.
clearly, but Voyager is something that I feel like I connect to the most,
Mhm.
lyrically and tempo wise and instrumental, like just his voice in this one. Um, I mean, people are gonna get to know me, like, or get to know both of us, like, on here. Like, if the more you keep watching, please keep watching us. Um,
The
but
more you'll know.
I don't know, we'll see. But honestly, like, I'm a very happy-go-lucky person. I like to smile a lot, like this is just like a really upbeat song that like I, it keeps my mood up,
Mhm.
and I love being happy, like I love being happy go lucky, and it's just that connection,
Mhm.
so and I like the meaning behind the song too, Voyager basically to him means like a traveler, he's going into another chapter in his life where, it's just being a solo artist now,
Mhm.
and so like taking that journey. And so I feel like we as humans, we all go through like different journeys in our life, and I feel like I'm going on, you know I go on a fitness journey like for years already, and I'm still on that journey, or um we go on this YouTube journey, or like that completely like shifted our lives, so and it's just I don't know, like, well, I do know, but
It's extremely relatable. You're right. It's
yeah,
something that all humans do, sometimes more frequently than we know. But it is, I do think you're right that there's something special about when you actually know it's happening, when you acknowledge it and it's this like a conscious decision.
yeah.
Sometimes you just wake up 2 years later and you're like, whoa, I changed my whole life. That was crazy. But then other times, like you say, it's intentional. You're like, I am going to lift. I'm going to do CrossFit. This is what I do now,
Yeah,
and it's almost a little more special when you're like, I'm starting this. This is where I'm going. I'm picking this path. It's not being forced upon me. I didn't make a mistake. I'm going
yeah,
to do this.
yeah,
So yeah, I love that like standpoint from the song and the lyrics. It's so cool.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and you're so cool.
He's so
Mm.
cool. He's so cool, dude.
Mm.
He's so cool. So cool that we love you so much.
But
Maybe a
yeah,
little bit too much.
maybe a little bit, maybe. But I do think too, like you said earlier, one of these songs is good for everyone. So I feel pretty confident that depending on my friend, I could be like, oh, just listen to this song and put on Comma, or oh, just listen to this song and put on Voyager, or be like, oh, have you heard this and put on Rate, and it would be for like all different people, and they would all love it in their own ways.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I mean,
it
the
speaks to a lot of
yeah,
others.
exactly. Like this album, I feel like has no genre.
Mhm.
Like it's. I
Which
mean,
used to be marketing poison and is
yeah,
now awesome because you
yeah.
can do anything with it. It's so cool.
I
We
mean,
don't need to be in a little box to enjoy.
exactly. I mean, Rain is so moody. Like it's a moody
Gosh,
song.
I kind of hope he does a music video for Rain just because I know it would be like so drama,
It would be
right?
very
It
dramatic.
would be
Yes.
so I mean, I'm already picturing it in my head. Isn't it funny? I said that about Comma too. It's like I can picture how the music video should look.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I'm available for music videos, Kihyun. If you want ideas, we could spitball. It's fine. My friend Tammy would like to take notes.
Yeah. I'm just available to like help her,
Whatever.
just to help, So just, if you want me to get you coffee, I'll get you coffee. Yeah, if you need a new stylist, I got like fresh eyes and I need to stop. But
But yeah, I do feel like this album is such a success for him and for us lucky Kiki bebes. Yes, I'm
mhm.
sticking with it. Because we get to enjoy, all the different sides of him. We already know and love 20. Now let's meet the other 40.
Yeah. Yeah. He pretty much invited us to his paradise, and here
Yeah,
we are.
here we are,
Yeah.
loving it.
Yeah, we love it. Love every second of it. Oh, thank you so much, Kian. You are the greatest. Oh man. Can you tell we love these trucks?
And I mean, we hope you do too. If you do, or if you don't even, just let us know. Put something in
Yeah.
the comments. But you
Yeah.
better. I'm
Yes.
teasing. But
Yes.
we would be interested to know like what you guys thought, if which one's your favorite, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. We want to know your thoughts, you know. And be sure to stream his music. Stream his music, you know, and vote for him on his on those shows like you know,
Those shows that we should be voting on that we won't.
yeah, Inkigayo or show champ. Well, was it show champion,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Which I
So
hope he will be on all of those so that all we can do for the next month is watch every performance and talk about that.
yeah.
The Kihyun adventure is not over. Oh no. It continues.
Yeah, and you guys should check out the TikTok too, like the TikTok Monsta X TikTok accounts. For Voyager, it was really cute because he, you know how like with TikTok it's like a lot of dancing and stuff like that. Well, this time they did a TikTok of just him singing,
Ooh.
and it's kind of like karaoke in a way, because like it would say Kihyun, you, and then together, and
Oh,
so
cute.
when he
So
would
it's a
sing,
duet with Kihyun?
yes, exactly. So there'll be parts like whoa, oh, like you would sing it together with him.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, and then there's like another TikTok of him pretty much doing the same thing, but Jew Honey is singing with him.
Ah,
So,
yes. I
so
hope he'll
it's,
do them with every member.
I know they should, but it's so amazing. I mean, maybe they will like down the road, but like Jew Honey and Kihyun, like they were on, separate like screens, and he was just following along
I love it.
with the TikTok. It was with the words. It was so cute.
I love
Adorable.
it. Oh my gosh. Those
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. Ugh, I love them so much. Love Kian too.
Any last thoughts?
Oh gosh, I wish him like overwhelming success. I know that he was very, very nervous about this. And you would think like being in the business for so long, like you wouldn't feel those jittery feelings. And I'm sure he's feeling new feelings now because like he's a
Yeah.
solo artist now, like
Yeah.
officially. Like, yeah, he did covers and stuff like that, but it's just, you know,
Soundtracks, but this is different.
soundtrack, this is totally different, another realm.
Hmm.
So I'm just really happy for him, like I'm happy that he decided to embark on this journey, that he found out that like he figured that this is the right time for him to go solo. And you know what, like um I'm just so grateful, that he
Yeah.
released all this good music. I mean, he could have just released two,
Yeah.
he released three, so yeah, so I'm just so happy for him, and things so far are going really well for him, and I couldn't be any happier. So
Yeah.
he said this is just the beginning, of his solo career. So
No turning back.
yeah, so he's like, yeah, just expect more from me. This is just the beginning.
I love it. Oh, I love it. Let's end it there. I love it.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching and listening with us. If you guys like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And we are
LaChiMoLaLa.
LaChiMoLaLa. And we will see you guys next time.
Kihyun, stream.
Yes, stream.
안녕.
안녕.